let's take a look. 2 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw for Ray Robson against Hans Niemann.
Bishop f8, was that exactly what they're doing? Right now, after queen to e2, do we expect castle in the position? Do you take on e4? There's a few options. You can take on e4. You can go castle. Maybe even queen f6 could be a possibility. It all depends on how deeply this position has.
So you're saying that black's possibilities include queen f6, a move that wouldn't cross my mind, by the way.
It hasn't played. It hasn't been played, but it's
Castles
one of the
would be, very, very high on my list, and captures on e4 is actually kind of intriguing. The idea there is if I capture on e4 and you recapture with the queen, actually I would prefer to castle long.
Right.
I would think my king is a little bit safer than the kind of drafty king side.
I'm curious. Christian was saying queen h5 is the first move that comes to his attention. I was thinking about capturing the pawn on f5 and just giving a check.
Of course, that was the first move that came into my attention. Assuming we were going to
rook e1, just king f7,
probably king f7,
knight f3,
and I have to go back, and somehow I'm saying my king looks a little bit goofy, but if I can play rook e8, I'll castle by hand.
and actually the 2 bishops are really strong, guarding all the diagonals there, and it looks that my bishop on c1 is actually pretty bad.
Castle is played. Now,
okay,
question,
so let's go back to
how do you continue?
position.
So we do have castles on the board, and
Ray generally likes to take his time, and Katerina, you know him quite well. He was your teammate.
Yes,
for a
at
while
Webster University.
So, what can you tell us about, let's say, his trends whenever it comes to spending his time?
I mean, when I played him, the first thing that actually kind of surprised me was that sometimes I would get a draw position here, or like drawish looking position. He would never agree to a draw. He would just continually play for like 30, 40 moves, and he would always win. So that was super annoying for me. I was like, okay, Ray, this is a draw. Let's agree. I was like, no, I'm still gonna keep trying. So he's a person that tries to really win any kind of position. Just small advantage is enough.
okay.
But of course, Hans is just much, much better player than me. So it's gonna be more difficult.
Assuming knight f3 by Ray, take us through what the theoretical walk.
Bishop f6. show you, and actually maybe we can show it on your board.
Sure.
Yes, sir. A very nice trick.
Please.
The best move right now for black is
After
to go
bishop
to
f6.
f8.
King to f8.
Yes.
Okay.
What's your knee-jerk reaction?
Queen g3.
Queen g3. Perfect. Great.
Okay.
Now it's a draw.
Now it's a
Queen
draw.
takes d7. And this is the idea, because queen takes g6 doesn't come with a check anymore. That's why you go king to f8. So that's a very crafty trick if he finds it. Because now rook to c1,
That's
king
a
to h2, bishop to g1.
Why isn't black winning suddenly?
That's actually a very good question.
I mean, I understand the
think king
conventional
h2
check.
is just fine. I think king h2 is just fine, and if you take my queen, in fact, you might be worse. That bishop on f6 is just so
Right.
powerful.
Maybe you have to be
Okay.
careful, yeah, about the king coming to h4 and g5.
Slaloming up the board.
But that's a
That's a
trick that
nasty
you
trick.
don't want to fall for. King to f8 would be a very crafty move if Hans sees it.
Wow.
And right now the best move is to basically prepare queen to g3 by either taking the king off the first rank with king h2, or playing h4 and getting, even though h4 is such a difficult move to make, by the way, I really don't think
Giving
he
up
would
the
ever make it.
g4 square like that.
I don't think he would ever go for this.
Rook takes it. Yeah. There is a trick, and I'm
But
sure
if you go,
he's.
pardon me, if you go king h2 here,
Yes.
I can still,
King
king
f8.
f8, king h2, can I still capture on f4, and once you go queen g3, I follow the same thing, just with rook on f1.
How would you do it?
So queen takes d7.
But that's not a check, right?
Oh,
There's no check. Yes, that's why I'm putting my king on
got
h2. Yes. Again, not easy. Not easy to understand these type of things with 34 seconds on your clock.
Right.
The tendency is to, hey, I need to find something that doesn't check. Whoa, where are you going? Where is he going?
With 30 seconds.
He does not have time for a restroom break right now. He surely does not have time for a restroom break. 34 seconds on his clock with one move to make.
I have seen that, by the way. Different era, different times. Smokers. Sometimes they would get up from the board, to ask for a match. They'd go to the arbiter. Excuse me, like, do you have a match? Bishop f6. But you're looking for, you're desperate. If you're in Hans's shoes, you're looking at these desperado ideas of queen d7 and rook
It looks
c1.
like he's gonna capture that pawn on
Rook
f4.
takes f4? Well, I think we rejected this because of queen g3. Is there queen takes d7 again? No. I can take with a check. No queen takes d7 in this case.
Queen g3 just wins on the spot.
On the spot. And you know he's going to play it because that's what he's been playing for with the move bishop f6. Bishop f6 was
Ray has 10 seconds.
Bishop f6 was designed to prevent the defense of the g6 pawn.
So
He
queen
made the
g3
movement.
and Ray is out of danger, right?
That's it.
He just moved
Time control.
40th
Made the
move.
time control 40th move. This is over.
Let's jump over to the lady section as Begum, and it looks
Hans
like Hans resigns.
Very important win for Ray, who lost the game yesterday.
Once again, seemingly a very uncomfortable opponent for Hans at the US Championships. Last year as well, the same story. Well, a much shorter story. That one
was a
because
queen blunder by Hans.
he blundered his queen, but that's exactly the same.
Here he just got outplayed. End of
Yeah,
story.
yeah, no.
Ray just strategically